このエピソードは2022年4月、約1年前に収録されたエピソードです。僕の体調不良によりアップロード作業ができていなかったものになりますので、少し遅くなって申し訳ないですが、アップロードしますのでお楽しみください。僕も聞き直して笑いました。皆さん、英語のソータです。
And I'm Reilly.
April has come.
Yes.And
then in Japan, we tend to start new things from April.
Right.
So, do you want to start something new?
I don't know.
Gym.
The gym. I'm still doing the gym. That's not new. I guess in America, we usually start something new in the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm doing my reading, like I mentioned a few episodes ago.And
also, you want to cook chili.
Oh, yeah, I want to keep
stuff.
cooking. Yeah, of course. I think maybe if I'm going to do something new from April, I guess this is kind of every year, but I want to start riding my bike more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the winter, it's kind of too cold to go for long bike rides, but now the weather's getting nice, and I think I'll do that more.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
はい、皆さん4月も中旬になってきましたよね。今この収録はまだ3月にしてるんですけれども、4月を想像しながら、お花の桜の満開を想像しながら今収録をしてるんですけれども、日本ではね、4月から新しいことを始める傾向がありますので、アメリカでは1月からですけれども、何したいっていう質問をしてましたが、ライちゃんはもっと、バイサクルに乗りたいと、冬は寒いからね。あとは本をね、もっと読みたいとか、いろいろとこう目標があるとのことですが、皆さんは何をされますか？で、今回はジムに関するエピソードでライちゃんがもうめちゃくちゃ楽しみにしていてそう、4月からジム入会キャンペーンとかね、してるところも日本ではあるでしょうから、そうそう、4月から始めますからね、今日のエピソードも楽しんでいただけたら嬉しいなと思います。So, are you ready?
Yes.
ソータと
ライリーの
台本なし英会話レッスン
Episode 210.
Right, what is the topic for episode 210, Reilly?
It is gyms in America and Japan.
はい、今回のお題はジムの違い、アメリカ vs 日本です。もうライちゃんはね、もうジム大好き。もういつも会ってもなんかジムの話してる。今日はジム行かなあかんとか、今日はジム何時に帰ってくるとか、今なんか減量しててパン食べてへんねんとか、そう、今やっとパン食べ終わったからこれ食べんねんっていうジムの話ばっかり結構してますので、今日はライちゃんがいろいろとね、面白いお話をしてくれるんじゃないかなと期待しておりますので、日米の違いを比べていきましょう。So, I do know that you are a huge fan of gyms.
Yeah.
And then every time we meet up, you talk something about gym or, working out or your diet, your health.
Sure.
And then I was also a member of a gym in Osaka.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but...
Was
in the past. And I quit. And then, now... I don't have any place I belong to,
right.
But I know I know a little bit about gym, so
sure.
Maybe we can talk about that.
Okay.
So first of all, is there any difference between America and Japan?
So here's where I'll explain my ignorance a little bit. So I didn't go to the gym very much when I was in America.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I started really getting serious about it after I came to Japan, only about 2 years ago even. So, but I went to the gym a few times in America with my dad. My dad used to go to the gym a lot. And one thing I can say is definitely different is the price. There are expensive gyms in America too, but there are some gyms that are really cheap. Like I think there's one that's it might have gone up now, but back when I lived in America, it was $10 a month. So it's like 1000 yen, basically. Almost free. I mean, 1000 yen is like, that's lunch one day, right?
And same equipments.
Yeah, so they had like machines and treadmills. So like if you were kind of like someone who just wants to go to the gym to be healthy, then it was good. But if you were someone who is like serious about like lifting heavy weight or something like that, then it probably wasn't the best gym.
Then if you have the decent equipment
Yeah.
to be serious about working out,
Yeah.
how much does it cost?
Yeah, so probably similar to Japan, like probably about $70 or $80 a month, 7,000, 8,000 yen, something like that. But I'm sure you can go to more expensive gyms as well.
In Japan?
In America.
Oh,
There are like kind of fancy gyms that are almost like clubs, where
Really?
there's like, they have like special classes and there's like a sauna and there's a pool and then all that kind of stuff. And I think Japan has that stuff too. But yeah, for the most part, I think, I don't know. Another difference might be size. I think a lot of gyms in Japan are not so big, but in America there are some really huge gyms. With like, I don't know, my gym has 5 or 6 treadmills in it.
what is that treadmill?
Treadmill, it's the thing, it's like the running machine. It's like a kind of belt that you
It's called
run on.
treadmill.
Treadmill, yeah.
Can you spell it?
Yeah, sure. Treadmill.
Treadmill.
Yeah, so
Oh.
tread, tread, means to step. And mill is like something that turns, like a windmill or something like that. Something that spins, turns.
あれ、treadmill っていうのよ。一瞬、なんとかミオってやと思ってて、軽食かなんか
ミオ
ミオって最初1回目聞いた時思ってて、あれなんか違うなと思って、treadmill。なるほど。そのスペルはね、インスタグラム、台本なし英会話レッスンに載せておきますけれども、ランニングマシーンか。
Is that what you call it in Japanese?
日
Really?
本そう日本では、ランニングマシーン。
That's
running machine.
Okay.
treadmill.
Yeah, treadmill.
全然違うんや。ちょっとそれは勉強になりました。僕も全然分かんなかったから。treadmill. What is it? Like 5 treadmills?
Yeah, I think mine has like 5 or 6, but like maybe an average sized gym in America would have like 20.
20.
Yeah, that's not strange.
5 or 6. Maybe mine was also 15 or something.
Okay, yeah, that's a bit bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, treadmills and also. So, I just wanted to say if it's, average in Japan.
Yeah.
Like how many?
So yeah, I don't know. So I go to
Really small?
mine is small. The gym I go to Anytime Fitness.
Oh, anytime.
Which I think
fitness.
is actually an American company.
Really?
I'm not sure. America, maybe Australia, definitely some kind of English-speaking country. But it and there are a few locations in Takamatsu. The one nearest to me is really small, and then there's another one more kind of centrally located, and that one's a little bigger, but still, I mean, maybe 10 treadmills. But still small compared to most American gyms. It's still small.
I see. Treadmills. 5 treadmills and then basic equipment.
Yeah, my gym is pretty good. So it has like almost pretty much all the basic machines, and then it has 3 power racks. That's important for me. The places where you use a barbell. So I like to use barbells. So yeah.
Tell us, some equipments in English.
Oh sure.
So 英語で
Okay.
教えてほしい。barbell.
Barbell, yeah. Barbell is the one, the long one.
バーベル。あれ日本語であれなんて言うっけ
I think it's called barbell.
ダンベル。
No, dumbbell is different.
あ、違うの
Yeah.
バーベル
Dumbbell is the one that you can do in one hand. Barbell is two
long
hands.
one.
It's usually like 20 kilograms.
でかいやつ日本語で皆さんなんて言うんですかちょっと僕それは分かんないですけど、バーベル
I think it's barbell.
あ、バーベルっていうのか。へえ。barbell.
Barbell, yeah.
barbell.
Yeah.
barbell が、まず一つ目。
Yeah. So you use a barbell in the power rack.
Power rack.
Yeah, power rack. That's like that's the kind of it's like basically 4 pillars with some kind of I don't know what you call it, like a beam that goes between. It's like a cage kind of. So you can lift weight in there and you can put the barbell on the pillars and then you have these beams that go on the side so that if you drop the bar, it won't hit the ground or hit you or something. There's some kind of safety there.
What kind of, sound do you make? やって
When I'm lifting,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm kind of loud. I make like kind of grunting noises.
Can you do it?
Oh, it's hard. I don't
Please
know.
imagine.
I can't. It's too strange to try to imagine it.
みたいな。
Yeah, see, that doesn't sound good. That sounds like maybe something else is happening. But
Yeah, because everybody has a different sound, so.
maybe something like that.
これライちゃんバージョンらしいですね。
Maybe. It's strange though.
So,
yeah.
because like a tennis players or table tennis
they
players,
have
everybody has a different
tennis
sound.
grunt. Yeah.
So, シャラポワさんやったら、ウォイウォイみたいなさ、とか、福原愛さんだったら、さあとかさ、あるから、どんな声を出すのかなと思ったんですけど、ライちゃんは、なんだっけ、one more time?
Maybe something like that. I don't know.
って感じね。
Yeah.
One of the things I was so embarrassed with?
Embarrassed by?
Embarrassed by?
Maybe.
Embarrassed with? At?
Maybe embarrassed with is okay.
Yeah, one of the things I was embarrassed with at the gym was that I had to make some noise while working out.
I definitely don't think you have to.
I mean, like
That you did.
yeah, I have to lift it up.
Okay. That's a difference.
What do you mean?
I think in America, it's completely acceptable to make noise when you are lifting. In Japan, like at least at my gym, the older men will make noise, but younger guys or women will be completely silent
Yeah,
when
try.
they lift. Yeah. So I'm maybe older man style, where I make some noise when I lift. But
That was so embarrassing because it was hard to lift it up.
yeah, but it should be hard. And if it's hard and you need to make a noise, then that should be okay. But I guess American style. So
そう、なんか僕ジム行ってて恥ずかしいのはやっぱり声が出ちゃうこと。その持ち上げるとかそもそも僕やってないから I didn't try the barbell one, but 例えば30回やりますってなんか決めて1、2、3ってやって28っていう、なんかもう声がこう出そうになるのが恥ずかしい。で、それを抑えようとすればするほどなんか変な声が出るしっていうなんかもうそれも一つ嫌やなっていう。で、そういう時に限ってさ、なんかこう上げてる時に人に見られるのがすごく嫌。The hardest part was that when I was lifting something up or something, people sometimes walked by
yeah, of
me
course.
and then I felt like they were looking at me.
Yeah, and they probably were.
And then that was so embarrassing.
Yeah.
You don't feel like that?
Rarely. There are some exercises, like if it's my first time trying an exercise, then maybe I'll be embarrassed because I don't know exactly how to do it. But most of the time, I'm comfortable. But yeah, and sometimes you see people looking at you if you're lifting something heavy, and then you feel good. Like there was a guy lifting next to me. I went to the gym today, and there was a guy lifting next to me, and he was squatting 170 kilograms.
107. Wow.
Which is, I mean, that's huge. So I saw him. He started at like, I don't know, 120, and then he went up to 130, 150, and then got to 170. And at the end of it, I went over and I said, like, that's amazing. Like I talked to him. And I was like,
Lifting with legs. Squatting.
yeah, squat is when it's you start standing up.
Oh, that one. And holding the
bar
barbell,
on your back.
barbell. Oh.
And then you go down to like Yankee-Zwari, and then you stand up.
How about lifting something up with legs?
Okay, like the machine. That's called a leg extension.
legs are extension、not squatting そっちか。
Yeah.
そうごめんなさいさっきの続きですね。バーベルとあと何だっけ、
Power rack
トレッドミルとパワーラック
Rack with a R.
ラック
Yeah.
パワーそっちのラックねパワーラック座ってケージみたいなところになってこう上げたりするやつね。あとスクワッティングスクワットの発音はスクワット
Squat.
スクワットでスクワッティングなんか持ちながら違う何かをこうバーベルとか持ちながらこうスクワットするのがスクワッティング。僕はなんか足を使うから足でこう重りとかを上げるやつかなと思ったんですけどそれは、legs extension っ
Yeah.
ていう他教えてanything else
Okay. So I'm going to start by saying that there are like basically there's kind of 3 or 4, but there are essentially two styles of working out. One of them is where you are trying to get stronger, and one of them is you are more focusing on getting bigger muscles. So the bigger muscles one is called bodybuilding,
bodybuilding
and then the getting stronger one is called powerlifting. So if you're using a barbell, that's more kind of powerlifting style. So those exercises are squat, bench press, and deadlift.
deadlift
Yeah, deadlift.
what is it like
Deadlift is when the barbell starts on the ground and you just have to pick it up.
that is called deadlift
Yeah.
へー
And you for the deadlift you only you keep your arms straight and you only pick it up so that the barbell comes off the ground and you are standing up. You don't have to use your arms to lift it at all. And then bench press. So those are the 3 powerlifting lifts. And then bodybuilding has way more exercises, and that's where you use the machines. So yeah, there's like there's the leg extension machine, and then there's the leg curl machine. So leg extension is when your feet come up. The hard part of the lift is lifting your feet up. Usually you're sitting down. And then a leg curl is the other way, where you start with your legs kind of flat, straight, and you want to move your feet down so that your knees are bent at the end of the lift. That's a leg curl.
and anything else
Oh, there's tons more. I mean, there's shoulder press, which is where you lift. Yeah, it's also called overhead press. If it's a barbell, you usually call it overhead press. If it's a machine or dumbbells, you might call it shoulder press. But it's the same thing. You lift something over your
shoulder
head.
press how about this one like holding a bar and then
And you pull your body up, or do you pull the bar down?
down
You pull the bar down. That's called a lat pull down.
lat
Lat.
what's lat
Lat is the name of the muscle. It's your lats, or it's a Latin word, latissimus dorsi.
we need a spelling list
Yeah, of course.
これ
I'll
絶対みんな覚えられ
yeah, 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 yeah,
僕もなんかすごい
If people go to the gym, they probably know these.
oh really
Most of these are the same or almost the same in Japanese and English.
really
Yeah.
lit what
Lat.
lit lat
Lat comes from, maybe you know the word lateral or latitude. Means sides. So your lats are the muscles on the side of your back.
なんか新しい表現がなんだろうこんなになんかこう新鮮というかそういうんだっていうごめんなさい無知で全然知らなくてそういうのがこう感覚が久しぶりすぎて今もう僕もワクワクしてるんですけど今出てきたものは全部こうライちゃんが打ち込んでくれてますのでその間にちょっと説明をしておくとまずこうジムの違いとしてまず値段が違うって言ってましたね。アメリカでは結構1000円とかでも行けるジムとかもあるみたいで日本は結構やっぱどのジムも7000円8000円とか払わないといけないんです。僕もなんか8000円ぐらいだった気がする。で僕プールが好き I love swimming、僕水泳が好きやからプールあるところが欲しくてトレッドミルも使わんしそんなもせえへんけれども選んだところがやっぱ8000円ぐらいしてたなと思いますね。で Anytime ってあれは How much is that? Anytime
Mine's something like 6,000, maybe 6,500.
そう
But no pool.
それでもやっぱ6000円ぐらいはするよね。日本のってやっぱ高いのかな Is that expensive?
I think that's expensive. For what? Because mine doesn't have anything except like lifting equipment and treadmills. There's no pool. There's no like basketball or some gyms in America will have
Really?
you know, basketball.
Basketball?
Yeah. Or like some kind of like just empty room where you can do some kind of class like yoga class or dance class or something like that. But my gym has none of that. Just lifting equipment and
no
showers.
shower?
There's showers. And there is a tanning thing, some tanning machine, but it's extra money, I think.
Tanning machine?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
日焼けのあるんや。
Yeah.
それも売っておいてもらいましょう。
Tanning booth, I think we call it. Tanning booth.
皆さん使われるかどうか分かりませんけれども、日焼けの場所もあって、なのでちょっと整理すると、アメリカでは1000円とかすごい安いジムとかもあって、でも日本ではやっぱり7、8000円すると。で、エニタイムってね、よくいろんなどっかの2階とか駅の上とかスーパーの上とかに、大阪も結構あるんですけど、あれでも大阪もそれぐらいなのかな、ちょっと値段わかんないんですけど、愛ちゃんの場合6000円くらいで、本当に必要最低限の、機械とでシャワー室はあるけれどもバスケットボールもないでヨガルームもないでエクストラのお金払ったらタンニングブースに入れるっていう日焼けのブースが、ね、使えるっていうそれぐらいでやっぱ6000円くらいっていうやっぱ比較的値段は高いんだろうなっていうのを感じましたね。でもアメリカのはすごいやっぱバスケットボールとか、さっきも言ってましたよね。なんかすごいサウナ。
Yeah.
Sauna.
Yeah, often there's a sauna or sometimes like racquetball or something. Do you know racquetball?
Racquetball, the sports?
Yeah.
Racquetball.
It's like a indoor, it's not exactly tennis, but it's like kind of like indoor tennis.
It's like a lacrosse.
Not lacrosse, no. You have something like a tennis racket, but it's shorter. And then instead of having a net, you just have a wall. So you have to you have two players and you hit the ball against the wall and it comes back and then the next player has to hit it.
Racquetball.
And then there's something called squash, which is almost the same sport but different somehow, I don't know.
そういういろんなスポーツができる場所もあってのやっぱ値段っていうそういうところもやっぱ8,000 yen.
That would probably be something like
そっか。
that. Yeah.
でも日本ではね8000円払ってもそこまでのやっぱバスケットボールとかそこまでやっぱなかったりするからやっぱり値段の違いっていうのは一つあるんでしょうね。あとはサイズも言ってましたよね。こう広さがやっぱり違うっていうのもアメリカと日本の違いでした。で3つ目の違いがその違い声を出す出さないっていう、
Oh, yeah.
アメリカでは結構みんな声を出してオーレイウイッセーフーってライちゃんどんな感じだった？
what was it? Something like that.
ライちゃんバージョンこれバージョンですねっていうみんなが声を出す中で日本はやっぱりおじさんとかは出してる。でも若い人たちはなるべく出さないようにしてるっていうライちゃんから見ても分かるくらいその気持ちすごい分かるっていう声を出すのは恥ずかしい。だからこう29回30回の時はしんどいけれども我慢してっていうそういう感じの声出す出さないっていうところの違いもありましたと、それを踏まえた上でいろいろとマシンをねさっきこういろいろとシェアしてくれてたんですけれども、maybe there should be lots of guys or women as well who are working out every day because I get a comment saying I'm always listening to this podcast while working out.
Really?
Yeah, a lot.
That's really interesting.
A lot.
Really?
Yeah, so maybe you can share lots of expressions for them.
Yeah. Oh, so a lot of things are the same in Japanese and English. Some of them are I didn't know about treadmill, running machine. That's very funny to me. But like we have chin-ups and pull-ups. And those are different in Japanese.
Chin up.
Chin up and pull up.
Chin, that chin.
Yeah, that chin.
顎はちょっと待ってよ。Let me guess. Chin up. 何やろそれ。今ちょっとやってるんですけど、チンナップを。そんな動きのあったっけ？ Chin up. And pull up.
Yeah, and pull up.
Pull up. 引き上げる。Chin up. I gave up.
So those are when you have a bar like high in the air and you pull your body up. So chin up is when you're palms
うん
are facing you
うん
and you pull up. And a
あー
pull up is when your palms are facing away from you.
パムもう打っておいてもらいましょうかね。手のひらを内に向けてこう下げてるのが、
Chin up.
チンアップ。外側にして上から下にバーを下げるのが、ポーアップ。
Yes.
で、あれは、lit rat?
Lat pull down.
え
Lat pull down.
rat pull down。それはまた別。
Yeah, it
そこあれは
works.
後ろか。
That is almost the same muscle as a pull up,
うん。
but it's a machine, so a little bit
うー
different.
んなるほど。他なんかありますか ?expressions for
That are
those.
different in Japanese and English. Do you call them sit-ups?
腹筋
Yeah. Oh no, so you don't. We call them sit-ups
うんうん。
and push-ups.
腕立て伏せ。
Yeah. So those are all very different.
うんうん。
But a lot of the machines and like main exercises are kind of the same.
うんうん。sit up はこれね。
Yeah, for for
こ
your
れは
stomach.
腹筋。で、プッシュアップは腕立て伏せ。ここはまだなんかこう、僕も分かってたんですけど、他のさっきのなんかトラップメルとか、
Yeah, yeah.
もうライトミーオに聞こえて軽食って思ったぐらいやったからそういろいろ違いますね So do you have any recommendations like for people for working out your routine or something?
So I'm not really an expert yet. I've only been going for like 2 years, and I go depending on what I'm doing, either somewhere between 3 days a week and 6 days a week. So it can change a lot. I think if anybody is new and starting at the gym, I think what you should actually do is start with barbells and start light. Don't try to lift anything that's very heavy, but that I think the best thing to do if you're starting at the gym is to start with barbells because it lets your kind of body get used to lifting weights. But then I don't know. What I'm doing now is because I'm on a diet and I'm trying to lose weight now, I'm doing more of high reps. So every exercise I try to do like somewhere between 12 and 20 times. And that's better for getting bigger muscles. Here's a cool word. It's called hypertrophy.
Hypertrophy.
Yeah, hypertrophy means big muscles or getting bigger muscles.
Maybe spelling.
Yeah,
hypertrophy.
of course. Yeah. So that's right now I'm aiming for hypertrophy. And before that, a couple months ago, I was aiming more for strength, which is like squat and deadlift. And so when I was doing that, I was doing like maximum 5 reps. So low reps with heavy weight usually means strength, and high reps with lighter weight is hypertrophy, muscle size.
ちょっと待って。the last sentence.
Sure.
Low.
Low reps with high weight, heavy weight is strength. So
ちょっと待ってや。Low, for strength.
yeah,
And for muscle?
for bigger muscles, you want high reps with lighter weight.
ああ、なるほどね。I thought it's kind of opposite. Like
Oh, really?
for muscles, like high, no, low reps and bigger one.
And higher weight, heavier weight?
Heavier weight? No?
No.
Oh.
No. So if you look like, so we talked about bodybuilders and powerlifters. So if you see a bodybuilder, they will do always like 20 reps of I mean, not lightweight because they're usually big, strong guys, but lighter than their max weight. And powerlifters will usually do like sometimes maybe 5 is probably max, sometimes 3 or 2 or 1. And they'll practice with really heavy weights and only do it like one time.
I see. なるほど。なので、まず大切なのは、筋肉をつけたいのであれば、 軽い重りのもので速く。
Speed is not so important.
ごめんなさい。回数。
Yeah.
ハイラプスやから、
High reps.
ちょっとごちゃごちゃしてきた。軽いもので、回数多く。なんか僕すごい逆のイメージがあったわ。筋肉つけたかったら、重いものを少ない回数と思ってた。It's opposite.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, if you are lifting something really heavy, it's not just about your muscles. Actually, your brain and your nervous system are also important. So when you're lifting really heavy weight, you need to get your kind of mind to be ready to lift that weight. So fewer reps is okay because your mind is getting used to it. But when you want your muscles to get bigger, what matters is the amount of time your muscles are being stressed. So if you do 20 reps, then your muscles are working for a long time.
なるほどね。やっぱり筋肉をつけるってなると、その筋肉がいっぱいこう稼働してるっていう風に思わせないといけないっていうことなので、やっぱり筋肉をつける時には気持ちの部分も、気持ちであったりとか、感じてる部分っていうのもすごく大事なので、軽いものでもやっぱり何回も回数をこうやることが大事と。その一方で、strength?
Yeah.
Strength っていうのは、what is the definition of strength in this context?
Basically the amount of weight you can lift one time, let's say.
What is it for? Like a stamina? Body stamina?
No, I wouldn't say stamina. I would say strength and stamina are a little bit different.
Because low reps
Yeah.
and heavier, light ones.
High reps and lighter weight
High reps.
is for muscle size. Low reps and heavier ones is for strength.
And what is it for?
That one is usually just to be strong.
Strong means?
You can lift heavy things.
そういうことね。そうなんかストロングの定義って何なんやろと思ってしまった。I was just wondering the definition. What the definition is of being strong, but yeah, just being able to lift.
Yeah. So for some people, like some people are maybe most people are most concerned about what they look like, and they want to have like big muscles and like a flat stomach and things like that. And that's kind of more bodybuilding. That's more like using the machines a lot and using dumbbells and using for high reps and lower weight. Not necessarily low weight, not easy, but lower. And people who are less concerned about how they look and more concerned about performance are people who lift heavy things a few times.
なるほどね。
Yeah.
そういうことか。最近も出てたと思うんですけど、ボディビルディングかストレングスかでこうやり方が変わるっていうのが先にも出てたと思うんですけど、そのストレングスの定義は何なんだろうと思ってたんですけど、例えば大会に出るとか、これだけの重りを持ち上げられるっていうパフォーマンス系の場合はっていうのが多分このストロングの定義だと思うんですよね。でも一般的にやっぱ僕たちがやるのはどちらかというとボディビルディングの方が多いのかなと思うので、これからジムにね、4月の無料入会キャンペーンを使っていかれる方はそう軽くないといけないっていうわけではなくて、そんなに重くなくていい、自分的にやりやすい重さでたくさん回数をやるっていうのをこうやるのが筋肉を鍛えるためには大切だよっていうライちゃんのアドバイスですね。でもボディビルダーになられる方はその4月の無料入会キャンペーン使っていただいて、ボディビルダーになられる方は重い重りを少ない回数でって言ってあげてもらうって。違うの？
No, that's power lifter.
それはまた別？
No, so the one who lifts heavy things one or two times is power lifters. And that's kind of only that's like a sport, right? But bodybuilders are the ones that lift lighter things many times, usually.
Yeah, and I was just saying if you want to be a bodybuilder, I mean like a そっかボディビルダーになるんやったらあれか、 あれスポーツのあの人はなんていうの？ How do you call it? Power lifter.
Yeah.
What is that in Japanese?
So the power lifting.
パワーリフティング
Yeah.
みたいです。僕が言いたかったのは皆さんすみません。さっきのボディービルダーのはいよいしょかっこいい、はいよいしょかっこいい、はいよいしょかっこいいって
Yeah,
いう
the pose guy.
そうそうそう、
Yeah,
ポーズしながら決めるああいう感じであれば筋肉をきれいに見せるっていうことなので、さっきの軽めのものでもいいので回数をたくさんっていう、なのでちょっとボディービルダーって僕言っちゃったのが間違えました。でもパワーリフター、
Yeah.
そう思いっきりうえーって持ち上げてグイーって下ろす
Yeah.
ああいうスポーツにね。
Yeah, so there's a couple other sports actually. So there's also Olympic lifting, which that's the one in the Olympics, right? That's where they usually the barbell always starts on the ground and they lift it over their head.
That's what I was imagining.
That's Olympic lifting, and it's similar to powerlifting in that they will do only a few reps of heavy weight, but most gyms you can't do Olympic lifting because it's really loud and you need a lot of space, and you know it's kind of sometimes dangerous for the equipment. You need special floors,
Right.
because if you are if you're Olympic lifting, then you lift something over your head and then drop it. So
It's so
It's-
dangerous.
yeah, it's dangerous, and if you do that on a regular floor, you will either break the floor or break your lifting equipment. So
そうですね。なのでそこまでのまたあれはオリンピックリフターっていうまた別の名前があるみたいですけれども、そこまではちょっとジムではできないかもしれませんが、どっちにしてもそのパフォーマンス的な感じでほいって持ち上げてガシャーンっていう感じのを、その4月の入会無料キャンペーンを使って練習されたい方は重りで少ない回数でやってもらうっていう形でね、そのキャンペーン使っていただけたらなと思いますね。でも一般的にはどちらかというとボディービルディングのね方が多いかとは思いますので、でも僕的にはなんかスピードを意識してた。For me, speed was really important. Like if, it was too fast, no, pressure. So, I was trying to do that very slowly.
yeah, that's good. That's kind of the same idea as when I mentioned bodybuilding. 20 reps means your muscles are working for a long time. You could, I don't know exactly the math, but you could maybe do 10 reps very slow, and that would have a similar effect to 20 reps faster.
そうやんな。
Yeah.
なんかそれは僕も思うわ。速い回数でポンポンポンポンポンって上げててもあんまり筋肉にね刺激がいかないので、ゆっくりこうやっていくっていう感じでやると。なのでそういう風にすれば、例えばダンベルをこう腕で持ち上げてるのを10回ゆっくりでやるのと、速いので20回やるのと同じぐらい、もしかしたらもっとあるかもしれないよね、ぐらいの効果があると思うからって今ライちゃんが言ってくれてましたね。でハイラップス、あれはローラップス、こう何回、20回30回40回っていうのもそれでね表せるので、僕もその聞いたら分かりますけど、そう言うんだっていうのは今これをライちゃんとの会話で分かりましたから、ラップね、回数、ハイラップス、ローラップス、
Yeah,
回数ですよね。
Yeah.
っていうのも覚えてもらえたらなと思います。最後に面白話をシェアして終われたらなと思うんですけど、そのさっきの言ってたゆっくりでこうやっていくっていう、僕横にいたおばちゃんがね、そのジム通ってた時におばちゃんが腹筋のマシーンみたいな、こうやって横にこうグーってする感じので、もうえらい早うやってはるんよ。もういやいやって、ほんですっごいドヤ顔で僕のこと見てくんねん。僕もやってて、でほんでこう遅いねお兄ちゃんみたいな感じですごい見てきて、でその人が50回ぐらいやった後にパッパッパッパッパッパッってやって最後行く時にお兄ちゃん遅いなって言われてそれ全然聞いてへんでっていう、そう僕の中でそれがすごい面白くて、おばちゃん的にはドヤ顔で It was so fast, and then she did that 50 times
Okay.
and then she just said to me like, oh, you're too slow
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
But that was not actually working.
Yeah, well, we can maybe talk about gym etiquette too, because I think it's almost the same in America and Japan, but it is really rude to tell someone that they're doing an exercise wrong. It's really rude.
Maybe that was おばちゃんso.
Yeah. And 大阪おばちゃん。
大阪おばちゃん、あんたお兄ちゃん遅いなっておばちゃんこんなできんでほら見てみみたいな感じで1、2、3、4ってやってはったんやけどそれ全然聞いてへんねっていう感じね。
That's extremely rude.
そうですね。ライちゃんがえらい怒ってますね。それはもうナンセンスだっていうエティケットって言ってましたけれども、エチケットですね。そうエチケットがなってないっていうね、失礼しました。うちの大阪のおばちゃんがそういうこと言っておりましたけれども、まあ僕としてはお笑い話として捉えてるんですけれども、やっぱりこれからね皆さんも4月のその無料入会キャンペーンで入会される方やっぱり回数とか速さよりもそのやっぱり負荷っていう言葉がいいね。pressure 負荷。
Oh yeah, okay.
どれだけこう力をねその刺激を与えれてるかっていうことが大事だと思うので、ぜひ入会キャンペーンをご利用いただいてエニタイムフィットネスにお越しくださいって誰やねんっていう、僕は何の回し物でもないですけれども、ぜひ皆さんの事務生活が楽しいものになりますように。では今日のエピソードは皆さん
いかがでしたでしょうか。
いつもコメントでジムでこう筋トレしながら聞いてますとかランニングしながら聞いてますっていうコメントすごく多いんですよ。
Really cool.
そうなので今日のエピソードをね皆さんもこうジムしながら聞かれてる方もいらっしゃるのかなと思うんですけれども、楽しんでいただけてると嬉しいです。他にもやっぱりワンちゃん犬の散歩の時とかご飯作りながらとか何かしながらやっぱ聞いてくださってる方すごく多いなと思うので、このジムエピソード作れてよかったです。今回の番組の感想はまたインスタグラム台本なし英会話レッスンのアカウントのコメント欄であったり、ツイッターにハッシュタグ台本なし英会話レッスンをつけてコメントをしていただいたりで残していただければと思います。いつも全てにご返信はできないにしても全て必ずコメント読ませていただいてますし、なるべくご返答できるときはご返答させていただくようにしております。いつも皆さんご視聴ありがとうございます。僕は英語のソータという名前で YouTube、Twitter、Instagram 出てきます。ライちゃんはライリー・ソルバン XD で調べてもらうと出てきますね。今回、今日まだ3月14日なんですけれども3 episodes をまとめて撮りまして、結構大変でしたね。
Today was pretty fun, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Because the topics were...
Yeah, the second one was a little long, but yeah, it was still fun.
そうすごく、長い4時間近くになる収録ではあったんですけれども楽しませていただきました。皆さんも楽しんでいただけてると嬉しいです。You wanna add something?
Just now we're gonna go eat some dinner.
Yes. そうですね。いつも切ってすぐパッて変えてたんですけど、本当にどこにも行ける時間もなくっていう感じだったんですけど、今日はちょっとライちゃんとご飯とかでもね、こうできたらなって思っております。では皆さんまた次回のエピソードでお会いしましょう。バイ。